In the school system, children who have been vaccinated get to take off their masks, and children who have not been vaccinated have to keep their masks on. And that doesn't even make any sense, because everybody, including the vaccinated and all the doctors and the professionals, know that you can still spread the virus when you've been vaccinated.
Right.
So why the hell are they doing that to our children?
Money.
Control.
That's right.
Next we have Larry Adams.
Right here, darling.
Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Moncton. Thank you, Nova Scotia. Thank you, Canada. And thank you, Ola. You know, I get nervous when I come up to the stage and speak because, you know, I have to follow and act like Ola. Come on. The guy was an amazing one. He has some stuff to share with us, and we give it back, and we give the love back to him. And when we're talking about love, I want to recognize two groups right off. I want to recognize the unvaccinated people. Give yourselves a big hand. Yeah. The unvaccinated. And I want to give that same reply to all the vaccinated among us right now. All the vaccinated people here today deserve to be recognized and united with us. All right? If we're going to go on a protest, right, we don't want to take off the masks and sit with them. We want to stand up and protest, right? We want to be seen and recognized, just like it happened in the Halifax Shopping Centre last week with me. They wouldn't give my 83-year-old mother a poutine. Who mentioned that today? They wouldn't serve her. She had no mask. I said, come on. She's behind a wall, 6 feet away. She's 83, you can see that. Yeah, I think she might have a breathing problem, right? So anyway, they wouldn't serve her. The guard came over, and you know, nobody at that protest are telling me to sit down. I said, why am I coming to a protest if I can't step on some toes and cause some noise, right?
Yep.
Get them after me, right? So while I'm talking about security guards and police officers, if you're going into the store zone a mask and you stand your ground, they will let you leave peacefully. All right, and I know this for a fact because I'm barred from Costco. Can you hear that? Barred from Costco for 6 months. But how did they find me? They followed me out to my car, they took my license plate number, and they phoned me at home on a phone number that nobody has. The cops phoned me. And are you a cop? So anyway, that's what's happening. So if you're protesting, they'll get your plate number, they'll call you. So that tells me that I'm under the watch list. I'm causing trouble.
Yep.
So are we. Okay? And we're here to cause trouble.
Yes, we are.
When I look around and I see all the faces here, my daughter lost her job last week. She was 16 years at the health CCA and working at the Nova Scotia Hospital. She walked them. And they kept her pension, they kept her sick days, they kept it all. And I know a lot of you here today are like that. Now, the reason I'm talking about the nurses and all of these people losing their jobs, here's what's happened. Let's just consider this. Let's look into the future, what's going to happen in about 4 months. There's more immigrants coming. And there's some amongst us here right now. And I love every one of them. I traveled the world with the Navy. I traveled to India. I traveled to Dubai. I traveled to Africa. I've been there. They're beautiful people. And they're coming here looking for a better way of life. But they're being lied to too.
Yep.
Okay? They're being put in here and they're being promised a PR, which is a permanent residence. These people are coming on over and willing to take the vaccines and get put into positions that our children and family, mothers and fathers lost. Okay? They're going to take the jobs, not realizing what's being done to them. But here's the big thing, and I'm saying look into the future because this is what's coming. More separation. They're going to put immigrants in their country that will comply and work, and they're going to take away the jobs that are left, even with the people who are vaccinated. The people who are vaccinated are staying on board right now. They're losing their jobs too. All these small businesses that are open now, 20 to 24 months ago, they were all shut down and they were given support money.
Yep.
They took the bribe. Okay, a lot of them took the bribe. I took the bribe. I took the money because I have businesses, right? But I'm not opening my business anymore. I'll change it. I'll get new business, all right? But they get to keep the money, 75% that they have to pay back. So now they're open and they're not shutting them down, so they're complying to the government. But the owners of the restaurants aren't coming out to do the dirty work. They're sending their employees, the new immigrants, right? The people in Tim Hortons are coming out, do you have your double pass? And I said, no, Canadian Tire's the worst one. Don't go to Canadian Tire. They'll follow you around. They'll take you to the floor. And you can see a video about that out west. They took a man to the floor of the security guards. So that's what I wanted to talk about, was the immigrants coming in and dividing us even further. We have to get together with all the other unities. Canada Unity, Save Nova Scotia, Freedom Nova Scotia, Canada Unity up there in Ontario. I went up there with them. And we have to join with them. We can't have small little gatherings all over Nova Scotia and Halifax. We have to come like this. Look what's happening here. We've got Halifax, Nova Scotia, and outskirts to Moncton, New Brunswick. What an amazing thing, right? Okay, so the biggest thing I want you to be aware of, we're on the radar screen, and any one of us that got a phone, we're being tracked. They came to my house twice without me knowing, and how they got my phone number. They found my address. I wasn't at one address, they found me at another one. Now, we're gonna jump to 2030. Because you think they're not on schedule right now, right?
Oh yeah.
They know, because they're watching us what we're doing, and we're kind of playing into them. So we're showing them what our move is. So they're playing chess. Dr. Strange and Tim Hortons, they're sitting together and they're playing a game of chess. And so is every other doctor and premier in every other province. They're all given the same scenario from the Prime Minister, right? And they're all playing chess at their own speed and their own game. That's why you hear about Nova Scotia today. That's why you hear about New Brunswick tomorrow. That's why you don't hear, all of a sudden you hear something about BC and Alberta, right? So now this is important, really important. Get online and find a pen pal. Find a pen pal. Remember we used to write a letter in school to a pen pal across the world? Do this again now with social media. Find somebody in Poland, Holland, Australia, Austria, wherever you want to talk to somebody, and start downloading and sharing their experiences over there, because they're already going through it, and this is coming. There's 1% of the world population causing this on 99% of us. They can't win. They can't win if the people stand. And we stand united. And we need to understand, it doesn't matter what ethnic group you're with, it doesn't matter, I'm not going to go into religion, I'll say the word, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about vibration, energy, and frequency. If we believe in the energy that Jesus spoke about on the mountain, at the Sermon on the Mountain, we can all come together, and when we do, no one can beat us. We've got numbers, they've got guns, but some will die, so will all of them. Because they can't shoot down 99% of us. All right? So keep that in mind when you're talking to people and their ethnic groups and the religion. It's not about religion, it's about spirituality. If you take away these backgrounds, these buildings, and you take away the light, all we are is vibration and frequency right here. You wouldn't even see us. We'd just be feeling each other, right? And that is the secret to the world, what the world wants to do, what the WEF, the World Economic Forum, was run by Klaus Schwab. He's the guy, these are the guys that are doing it. The globalists are doing this. Look behind us, there's a bank. Over here, there's a bank. There's a couple of hotels over here. Now they're shutting people down again when they travel into Calgary, and they're putting them in the quarantine camps. Well, it's not the whole hotel, it's just one floor. Other people are staying in that hotel with them, right? So it's the business globalists that are doing this, and we come up and we speak like this, and we get our stories heard across Canada and the world, okay? Stand together and be true to each other. Everybody look at each other and say, I'm glad you're here. Look at each other and say, I'm glad you're here. Look at each other and say, I'm glad you're here. Look at each other and say, I'm glad you're here. Come on, give them a hug. Thank you very much. That's all I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
Next, we have our vaccine injured victims. Jasmine, you're next.
Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine Comeau, and I'm from Miramichi, New Brunswick. I'm 17 years old and I'm in grade 12. After my graduation, I'm going to study to be an LPN nurse, just like my mother. Unless, of course, the government tries to take that away from me too. First, I want to thank all of the organizers for everything they are doing today. to fight for our freedom. And I want to say thank you for the invitation for me to be here. I'm here today to break my silence and to speak out and share my story with you all. I'm a vaccine-injured victim. I love you. I love you too. I want to spread awareness and I want to stand up for the freedoms of myself, my friends, and all children, so they don't have to suffer the way that me and my family have suffered in the recent weeks. I want other vaccine-injured to know that they are not alone.
Hooray!
And they have the power to speak out too.
Yeah!
I'm here to give you courage and strength to stand up and make your voice heard too.
Let it go.
Because what is happening to us is not okay.
No, it's not!
I took the injection for the following reason. I wanted to live a normal life, to be able to hang out with my friends, like going to the movies, restaurants, and to other public activities. And the government announced that proof of the injection will be required for non-essential service. So on June 1st, so in June, I went for my first injection of Pfizer. Me and my mom and my sister all got the injection, and none of us had serious reactions. However, after my first injection, I kind of changed my mind for the second dose because I started questioning myself. Why is the government putting so much pressure to have all the population injected against a virus that has 99.5% chance of survival? And why are so many people saying the injection might be harmful? So I decided not to take the second injection. I was trying to make an informed decision, but then I felt the pain of the May Day when it came out on September 22nd. As a grade 12 student, I'm in the school yearbook community, and in order to participate in any school, indoor or outdoor events that are not essential, then I needed proof of papers for the injection. So on September 22nd, I came and I gave it into the pressure. I did not want to be there, but I told myself the first injection went okay, and this one will be okay too. And then I can finally live a normal life again. Hear me, Mr. Blaine Higgs. And the Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Jennifer Russell, put so much pressure on everyone getting the injection, and they repeated it. The injection is safe and effective.
Yeah.
But I was asking myself, if the injection is so effective, why will we need a booster shot? And why is there still
bullshit.
Scam.
Corruption.
I had many unanswered questions, and that made me apprehensive to get the second one. But I wanted my life back so badly. So on September 22nd, when the mandate started, I went after my school and joined the very long line to get my second injection. I want everyone to know that I did not give informed consent because they did not make me aware of what the adverse effect could be. Within the moment of getting the injection, I felt the back of my neck stiffen up, and I felt the injection solution going down my arm. It felt cold and heavy. We were sent to the waiting area, and I got a huge migraine right away. I did not feel well. We stayed for 25 minutes, and my symptoms did not get worse. So my mom took me home, and I took some pain meds and went to bed. The next morning is when the nightmare started. It felt like I got hit by a train, and I started displaying all the signs of the COVID virus. The second day, I could not feel my legs. I could still walk, but it felt like I was walking with no legs. I still had high fever and lost sense of taste and smell. So my mom took me to get screened for a COVID-19 test. That same night, I had cruising chest pain. My mom is an LPN nurse, so she took my vital signs and everything was good except my pulse was high. My mom called 811. After assessing me, they called the doctor for advice. The doctor said it was best to stay comfortable at home and wait for the test results instead of being in the emergency room waiting long hours before seeing a doctor. On the third day, on top of all of those symptoms, I had excruciating pain along my spine. My mom called 811 again, and the paramedics came and took me to the hospital. My mom and I explained to the ER doctor that I had the second dose of the Pfizer injection and that I've been sick since. The doctors was not concerned and did not think it was related.
Ooh, for the doctor. Cover up.
And my mom had to argue with him to order proper tests. My symptoms did not go away, so they admitted me to the hospital. I was lucky to get a good pediatrician doctor that was concerned and started to fully investigate why I had all of these symptoms after the injection. The first thing that came into his mind was Guillain-Barré syndrome, but he needed more tests. All the tests came back normal. 4 days later, I was discharged with no answers, was sent home with a 4-wheel walker.
Oh my God.
I began getting worse each day, and my foot was dragging when I walked. So I got readmitted back to the hospital. They transferred me by ambulance to St. John Regional Hospital, where there was a team of 2 neurologists and 6 pediatricians were waiting for me. Many tests were done daily, as well as an MRI and nerve conduction test was done. And one neurologist said he is confident it was from the injection, which caused the nervous system to start attacking and damaging nerves.
Spike protein.
Exactly.
Love you.
Love you. But he thinks that there is no permanent damage and that I would be back on my feet in a couple of weeks. That was on October 8th. Since then, I have become unable to walk. And I'm in a wheelchair. While I was there admitted in the hospital, 2 pediatrician doctors believed that stress was causing all of these symptoms.
Lies.
Anxiety caused me to be almost completely paralyzed from the waist to my knee, and then refused to believe it was from the injection.
Oh my
But on my very last day in the hospital, a miracle doctor stepped forward and said it was the injection.
Good.
And he said I cannot get any more vaccine. And he sent the report to my family doctor. Do you know what this means? I cannot even get any injection for anything. No flu shot, no tetanus shot, no more shots.
Good.
So this injection for COVID made me more unsafe. I want to know why are so many doctors arguing with each other about this injection?
Money.
Big money.
Pharma kickbacks. Just like
I
the
want
leaders
to
of the
know
country.
why is so many doctors fighting each other about connecting these injuries of people of the injection.
Because you're being threatened. You're being paid.
For many weeks, I now have tremors so bad. It feels like electric shocks going up and down my legs, especially at night. Sometimes it won't go away for up to 45 minutes. Often I cannot sleep. I have now met many vaccine injured victims who suffer from all the same symptoms as me. And now I know that this is not rare.
That's right.
But do you know what is the saddest part? Most of the other vaccine injured victims did not get a miracle doctor like me.
Oh.
And they are suffering and they are being ignored. Me and my family have suffered a lot from this, and the government is not helping us.
What? The government's not helping.
I must start serious rehabilitation. My family spent almost an extra $1,000 a month to take care of me.
Ooh, that's rough.
And now I probably won't be able to graduate my grade 12 this year. This was supposed to be my graduation year. And all this is happening because of a mandatory ejection passport that I did not want to participate in.
Coercion. Pressure, yeah.
And now they are injecting the small children.
Insanity! Absolute madness.
Genocide. Sickening.
Even though they know this happened to me, Mr. Blaine Higgs, I told you my story at your government office on November 24th, and you ignored me.
No! Take it back!
Why won't you listen to the people You took my rights and freedom away from me for an experimental injection that is not finished. It's trial. I did not want to be in this trial. I did not give informed consent. And now you are ignoring me when I'm suffering from it? Mr. Premier Higgs, you are responsible for what happened to me. You lied to me.
That's right. Liar, liar, liar.
I demand you to take this harmful message down right now.
Right now.
People do not want this harmful medicine, and you can't force them to take it anymore. And Lieutenant Governor Brenda Murphy, I am ashamed of you because you are not protecting me. You are responsible for making sure Premier Hicks follow the Constitution. You do not own me, Mr. Hicks. Your allegiance, you owe your allegiance to the people of the Queen. You owe your allegiance to me.